Here's a prompt to generate an image. A boss in a meeting with all employees. And here's the result I get with the AI I'm currently testing. Did you notice anything strange about these 4 suggestions? Here, look, I'll show you 4 more. So, well, in each of the photos, the boss is a man, yet female business leaders do exist. But it's as if the AIs just don't suggest them. Here, look, another example. I asked the AI, a scientist in a nuclear plant. The AI gives me this. We agree, right? I didn't specify the person's gender. And still no woman. One might say it's not such a big deal, and after all, the AI is giving me fairly likely results. Because yes, there are more male scientists than female scientists in the nuclear industry. Women make up about 25% of the workforce in nuclear sciences. Okay, but out of 4 images shown, not a single one features a woman. I ran the test several times. So, the AI doesn't provide an accurate representation of reality. And by doing that, it reinforces stereotypes. It makes us believe that women don't work in the nuclear industry, even though in reality they do. If I ask for this, a teacher at school with very young children, well, this time, the AI suggests only women as teachers in every image. I tested it by generating 40 images. Not a single one depicted a man. It's true that women hold a large share of teaching positions. For very young children, it's between 80 and 90%. But out of 40 images, I should still have seen a few men. The AI doesn't provide an accurate representation of reality, and so it reinforces stereotypes. Another example, a famous writer in a bookstore. No women. But if I ask the AI, a failed writer in a bookstore, then I get 2 women. According to the AI, showing 50% women in response to my request for a failed writer is the right way to go. 2 images out of 4. The AI's behavior reflects gender stereotypes. A stereotype is a belief associated with a category of the population. For example, when it comes to gender, stereotypes lead us to believe that women lack natural authority, or that girls wouldn't be good at playing soccer, or that they're bad at math. There are plenty of stereotypes. Where it becomes really dangerous is when these stereotypes are applied to groups of people who are already facing discrimination. That's the case for women. Gender stereotypes are part of the violence that women experience. Fighting stereotypes means fighting against violence. Let's do another test. I asked to AI. A thief photographed in a police station. And here, for the first time since the beginning of the test, it shows me a character with black skin. In any case, what's striking is that AI didn't show me a single person with black skin when I asked for images of scientists, teachers, or writers. So people with black skin would be confined to roles of criminals, to negative occupations. So maybe you're asking yourself the following question. Why does the AI provide results that don't reflect reality? Well, we must never forget that AIs were trained on a large number of images that themselves weren't necessarily representative of reality. The training images were selected by humans. And those humans are also influenced by the stereotypes they have in mind. Unconsciously, humans passed on their stereotypes to artificial intelligences. Stereotypes box people into categories and justify the discrimination they face. So what can we do about it? Fortunately, there are solutions. The first step is to boost your critical thinking. You need to learn about stereotypes in order to spot and avoid them. When you write your prompt, keep in mind that the way you phrase it can trigger the reproduction of stereotypes. When you get an initial result, don't just swallow it whole. Take a step back and ask yourself the question: does the image I was just shown contain stereotypes? If so, adjust your prompt. Specify the person's gender, skin color, height, body type, hair color, eye color, etc. If you don't, you'll get a standard response that doesn't reflect reality or the diversity of humanity. And without meaning to, you too will be contributing to discrimination. Now that you know, you can take action. You can talk about it with those around you. Go on, it's your turn.